Sup nerds, so in today's video we're going to be ranking my most anticipated upcoming MCU projects. And because Marvel decided to only release one movie and one TV show last year, 2025 feels like it's going to be a whole new era for the MCU. And I am stoked. So if you want to see more content just like this about Marvel, DC, or anything else, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and send a maximum pulse right into the notification bell. That's a Marvel Rivals joke, by the way. If you want to see content about that, go check out Echoes. A video about that should be up within the next few weeks. Phase 1 are projects with announced release dates, release months, or just projects that have been talked a lot about in the past few months. Phase 2 are the projects that are basically confirmed to be coming out in the next 2 to 3 years. And Phase 3 are projects that are more hypothetical, but if they do release, they'll come out somewhat soon. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're going to be going over these projects in order of when they release. So first, we're going to start with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I mean, the trailer didn't really grip me. I just am not that excited for this project. And it's a non-MCU project that doesn't really seem like it has a really intense or overarching fun plot. Next up, we have Captain America Brave New World. Don't get me wrong, I am very excited about this project. That's why it's in excited. But the problem is that in the trailers, there hasn't been shown like this great big plot. We don't really know what's happening. Yes, Harrison Ford is Red Hulk. That should be amazing. That should be really dope. However, I am kind of nervous. My main problem with this is that I need more. I need an Avengers team set up. I need Hydra to come back. I need Kingpin to be the mastermind that injects President Ross to become Red Hulk. To be fair though, this is like a mysterious thriller story and I don't want them to reveal that stuff in a trailer. So if that stuff, any of that happens, that would be awesome. But I'm just saying right now, that's why it's in excited and not, oh yeah, or like, give me it now. And I hope with that 2-hour runtime, it has enough time where it doesn't feel like a rushed story and they just get everything they want to get told. And then we move on to Daredevil board game, which is my most anticipated project right here. And let me spoiler alert, out of everything that's coming out, this is going to be big. That trailer that came out like a week ago, it made me feel something, which hasn't happened from a trailer from like anybody, but especially Marvel, in a long time. Getting everyone back like Foggy, Karen, and especially Vanessa was very important, and I'm very surprised that in the original script, that wasn't going to be the case. I think the main thing this project needs to do is to establish the street level and the brutality of the MCU so we have a universe to care about when we head into Secret Wars. Then we move on to Thunderbolts. This project seems amazing. I'm very excited to see more street level stuff from the MCU. Also, on top of that, the dynamic of this cast, from the little bits and pieces we got from the trailers, seems really cool. It's very Guardians of the Galaxy style, where it's got a lot of action, but also really funny parts in between. This kind of feels like the MCU's Suicide Squad. I really hope it's not that. I hope it's something similar, but it's not a carbon copy of what that team is. But overall, this project just needs to show us the interconnectivity of the MCU and the street level and just the human lives of these characters. Then we move on to Ironheart. Surprisingly, I'm really pumped about this project. I think partially, to be honest, even though I didn't love it, What If Season 3's episode with her got me really excited about the character. That episode specifically was amazing, especially compared to how her character was in Wakanda Forever. It kind of just felt like a side piece. Oh, she was just this little kid here. And like, that's not fair. I think my favorite part about this project is the amount of things that it can connect to in the MCU. The Hood, which is the villain, is connected to the street level of the MCU and Mephisto, and Ironheart is carrying on Tony Stark's legacy, is connected to the Wakandans, and is connected to the Young Avengers. That's insane. The Fantastic Four first steps. This one has to be big, and I feel like it's gonna be amazing. This is my most anticipated movie of the year. I can't wait to get a trailer, probably gonna get it at the Super Bowl, but this cast seems awesome. I know I was kind of on the edge at first, but I think everyone was, and I still think they are. People will always complain, whatever, but I really think this is gonna work. Even the side characters, all the side actors that were casted, they seem amazing. I don't know if they're going to be heroes or villains or what they're going to be, but I am stoked. This seems like it's going to be set in another universe compared to the MCU, and I think that's really important to set up these characters like the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and other past actors who played characters that were not in the MCU, like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Like, I think those characters are going to be really important for Secret Wars, and I think this is a big stepping stone to get there. And this project focusing on family and friends and technology and being hopeful about the future is something that people need nowadays. Then we move on to Eyes of Wakanda. I am concerned. I don't love the animation style from the little glimpse we saw in that one trailer. And the connectiveness to the MCU and the new Black Panther movie, having this be a prequel to all that stuff and being a prequel to everything, the story of Wakanda, seems really cool, but I don't know if you should do it in an animation style just like this. And then we have Marvel Zombies. I don't think it's going to be terrible, but I think it should have been released a long time ago, especially closer to when season 1 of What If came out, because there was that zombie episode. I think if it followed that, then maybe it would be okay, but now it's just kind of weird. It's not going to be scary, it's not going to be gory, and it's going to be in the same animation style as What If, so I don't really see the point in making it. Wonder Man, this is the project I think I know the least about. Is there anything pointing to it to be bad? No, I don't think so. I hope I eat my words, but I'm really not that excited for it currently. And then we have Vision Quest. What is this project about? That's a lot of my questions for these projects because we just haven't heard a lot. I don't know what it's going to be about. Is it going to be about witchcraft? Because that's where Agatha led us up to. I doubt it. Here are my 3 most likely scenarios I think this project could be. Number 3, it's like Armor Wars. We kind of have it as a technology and street level stuff. Number 2, we have Vision's quest to bring his family back together, getting Tommy, getting Billy, getting Agatha, and most importantly, getting Wanda back. And my personal favorite, we have White Vision leading the Young Avengers, which he does in the comics, and I think it would be really cool to set them up before the new Avengers films. Then we move on to Avengers Doomsday. We have the Russo brothers directing this, which is why I'm the most excited about this project. I think it's going to be the Infinity War style project that we need. We're going to collect all the teams of Marvel. We're going to get the street level characters. We're going to get the Thunderbolts. We're going to get the new Avengers team. We're going to get the Young Avengers, and etc. Whoever else is showing up. It's going to be talking about all their universes. We're going to be getting Doctor Doom causing the incursion with that universe and a bunch of different other universes all colliding, which will lead us to Battle World and Secret Wars. And in this project, the fact that we have all these older characters, any second we could lose any one of them. Doom could just be like, I don't like this guy, I'm just gonna kill him. That's scary, dude. That is terrifying. But I am excited that it's gonna be the new reset for the MCU. Then we move on to Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man No Way Home turned Tom Holland into potentially my favorite Spider-Man. But if this movie had Sony turn it into a multiversal project, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. This project should be converting MCU Tom Holland into Spider-Man. Bringing in a setup for the Sinister Six. I don't think we get it yet. Setup for the Sinister Six. We get Black Cat, we get Oscorp, we get a whole bunch of stuff. Then we move on to Black Panther 3. We're gonna hopefully get Shuri and T'Challa's son, T'Challa, going and fighting both as 2 different Black Panthers fighting alongside each other. With, I think, the most important part to this project, Denzel Washington as a villain, or in my personal opinion, a better option, a mentor to T'Challa. He will teach him about his father, what it means to be Black Panther, and how to get a better understanding of all the Wakandan tribes and their past. And in a post-credit scene, even maybe setting him up to join the Young Avengers. And then we have Doctor Strange 3, and you're like, oh, this didn't really get announced or whatever. Oh, well, Benedict Cumberbatch kind of sort of announced it. My theory is that this plot will follow Clea, the Dark Dimension, Dormammu, Doctor Doom, and Incursions. This will be the true multiverse of madness. We're going to be visiting the other universes that are going to be set up and thrown into Battle World. We're going to get more connections with the characters in those universes because in Multiverse of Madness, we didn't really have a connection to the Illuminati, so we didn't really care about if they died or not. But in the same way that Captain America Civil War set up Infinity War and the problems that had the teams separated in that, this will be that stepping stone project that will be a Doctor Strange film, but it's going to be more like an Avengers film. And the final project in Phase 1, we have Avengers Secret Wars. This project could be the best MCU project of all time. However, I have it a little bit lower because it is very, very risky. This is a very intense, intricate project that needs to be really well set up. With Marvel, how they've been the past few years, I don't know. I'm scared. I am scared. But in the hands of the Russo brothers, I have a little bit of... I'm a little bit more trustworthy with the Russo brothers. What I'll say is that with this project coming, having the Russo brothers with all this talent, they can work with that. They've worked with it before, and I trust them fully. Them being hesitant to come back is my main thing that I'm excited about, because they were able to come up with a project that they were happy enough to come back. And bringing back RDJ as Doctor Doom and Chris Evans is either as Captain America or another character would be amazing. If it's done right, this could be awesome. It feels like a 3-hour project. It genuinely feels like a 3-hour project. I don't know how they're going to do it. I just hope it's good. Now we're moving into phase 2. We have X-Men 97 season 2. I loved the first season, and we're going to throw this right between Thunderbolts and Secret Wars. This project could be amazing. All they have to do is focus on one overarching plot, rather than going off on some weird story by itself, or splitting 2 stories into one episode. It just didn't work for me in the first season, but this could be better than the first season if it just focuses on one amazing plot. Blade. I'm excited. I'm excited if it gets made. That is the one thing. I think if it comes out, it's going to do very well. I think Mahershala Ali, if he's still Blade, will be fantastic. I don't know what the main problem is or was, or if it was a director thing or a writer thing, but there was so many different ones, and for some reason they cannot get a vampire hunter movie done. It doesn't have to be this intense, like, psychological, talking, like, dialogue movie. He's gotta fight full-blown vampires. Like, come on, dude. This should be easy. I don't know. I'm scared, but I'm excited. Armor Wars. No. Do I have to go on? Oh, Tony Stark's armor getting into the wrong hands. That can be established in so many different ways. So many different ways in so many different projects. It does not need to be its own project, and Don Cheadle does not need to be a lead. That doesn't need to happen. He can be a one of a lead, but not by himself. Like, I think a plot with Kingpin and his army, his, like, whole, like, group of people that he has controlling, I think that would be a really cool story, but we could do that in a Young Avengers project. No, could we not do it in a Young Avengers project? I think this project could be really cool. They're not going to really technically be the Young Avengers. I think it's going to be called something else, but seeing all those characters work together should be really cool. It's just, are they going to actually work together? Is it going to be good, or is it kind of going to feel forced? Then we get Thor 5 without Taika Waititi. We're going to go more of a serious route. That kind of seems like what the plan is. I am excited for that, but I hope they don't go too serious. I don't know if it's going to work for Thor. I do like the comedy bits of Thor, but, you know, I do think it's interesting, and I think it could be cool. It's just, we really don't know what it's going to be about, other than, like, Hercules. Finally, of Shang-Chi 2, I am very excited about this project. I am very excited. It has been a while since we saw Shang-Chi. I hope Xialing is the villain in this project, and it's going to be really cool. The fight scenes are amazing. The choreography is insane. And yeah, I think this could be awesome. Now we're moving on to phase 3. We have all the projects that should or should not be getting a season 2. First, we have Miss Marvel season 2. Yes, I do think Iman Vellani is amazing. She made the Marvels really fun and really exciting. But does she need a season 2? No, the project does not need a season 2. She needs to lead the Young Avengers. Let that be its own thing. Don't give her a season 2 of a show. That's just a waste. Just put her on the big screen. Come on. Then we have She-Hulk season 2. I also don't think it needs a season 2. The first season was really boring and really just odd. And it was like all over the place, and it didn't feel like a congruent story. I thought each episode was going to be her being a lawyer and then her being She-Hulk and having a different client, and it would be a really cool client. It's just some random people, and then the whole side plot with the Hulk thing, and like if it focuses more on her being a lawyer and working with Daredevil or working with Foggy or Karen, like that would be cool, but that's not what it was, and I don't think she needs a season 2 of her show. Then we have Hawkeye season 2. I loved Hawkeye season 1. It was really cool as a Christmas story. It was very sentimental, and getting Kingpin and Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop is also sick. Hopefully she would obviously be in this. If it was another Christmas special, I wouldn't complain, because that was awesome. Then we have a project I definitely think needs a season 2. Moon Knight. It doesn't need a season 2, but if they were going to do a season 2 with Jake Lockley and that whole situation with Mark and Steven finding him out and like finding that Khonshu like tricked them, that would be awesome. I am so excited to see him in more. I hope we get more supernatural projects. That's why I'm excited for Blade and a Scarlet Witch project. Hopefully Wanda comes back. That would be awesome. But yeah, getting more supernatural stuff in the MCU is going to be awesome. Now we're going to move back into the movies. We have Eternals 2. I think it should be made. A lot of people don't think it should be made, which is understandable. I get it. People didn't love it. If you go into the movie thinking it's going to be a superhero movie, that's not what it is. I loved the dialogue and the dynamics of the characters. I thought it was really interesting. I'm really excited to see these characters back. Seeing them just kind of in the middle of their plot is going to be kind of weird, because there was the whole thing with Arishem and, like, the judge thing, and, like, where would that fit in if they don't get their own project? It might be a show, it might be a movie. I hope it's a movie. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how we're going to learn about this. I don't know. I don't know. Then we have a Nova project. Nova seems sick. And it does seem like this project is going to somewhat come out soon. There was kind of rumors about it, kind of casting for Richard Rider, which I know a decent amount about the character. I do know we would see Thanos going and destroying Xandar. I think that would be awesome to go see that. I think it would be a show if it does get made. And yeah, I don't know. It seems cool. World War Hulk. Give me it. Give me a World War Hulk. The problem with this is, when is it going to get made? Are they going to have the budget for it? Is it going to be any good? If we do get it, I hope we get an angry, frustrated, just mad Hulk. I loved Age of Ultron Hulk. I thought that was awesome. I hope we get Hulk as a villain. I think that would be really cool. This project would have to be made after these, like, Secret Wars and all that. So are we going to get Mark Ruffalo after Secret Wars? I don't know. But if he does decide to come back and he wants to play this crazy Hulk, that would be amazing. A Scarlet Witch movie. If it's pure horror, sign me up. My main thing is that when it's not in, oh yeah, like, the reason it's not there is because I don't know what it's going to be. I hope it is either a full horror movie where Wanda's a villain, or it's a project with her as an X-Men, and it's like Wanda or Scarlet Witch versus the X-Men or something like that. This will be made obviously after Secret Wars, because I feel like she doesn't come back until after Secret Wars. I don't see a plot where she does, unless it's like in Vision Quest, which would be crazy to bring her back in a show. I think that would be crazy. I think you have to do it in a movie. But yeah, I think to give her a movie would be amazing, and it's only an excited because I don't know what the project would actually be. A Ghost Rider project? Are you serious? Come on. Give me Ghost Rider. That would be awesome. Can I just say something? Though? No Nick Cage. Please. I watched Ghost Rider a few years ago. Maybe like 3 years ago, maybe. It has just aged poorly. I don't like Nick Cage as an actor. Do I think he can act? I don't know. I don't hate Nick Cage. I don't hate Nick Cage. I just don't think he's made for this project. We need somebody new. I think we need a new, younger face. Would be really cool. We get like a younger guy. I think that would be sick. A project definitely coming out after Secret Wars. X-Men. An X-Men project with hopefully a younger cast of X-Men with older teachers from characters we've seen as X-Men before would be awesome. You got to get a lot of things right with X-Men. There's a lot of characters we want to see. There's characters we're kind of sick of. But we need Storm. We need Storm as a main character of the main face of the X-Men. I think that would be really, really cool. Storm, Nightcrawler, Gambit. We'll get to that. That's a whole separate time. We'll talk about the X-Men another day. And speaking of, don't get me started, the Midnight Suns. My favorite character is Doctor Strange. One of my other favorite characters is Moon Knight. Getting Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Blade, Werewolf by Night, Black Knight, Elsa Bloodstone from Werewolf by Night, Ted, definitely made that name up, Man-Thing from Werewolf by Night. All those characters, all of the supernatural crap is awesome, is sick, and just seeing it being rated R would be awesome. Having them fight a character like, these are my big three candidates. Mephisto, which is the obvious one, and I think that would be awesome. Nightmare, which is another character, which would be really cool. Or, here you go, Wanda stands. You get the Scarlet Witch to go fight the Midnight Suns. Or you get Wanda controlled by Mephisto, then her fighting the Midnight Suns, and then them getting her to snap out of it, and then her joining their team and fighting Mephisto? Dude, please. Marvel, please do a Midnight Suns. That's it. Why are you still here? That's the end of the video. You know what? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any other thoughts or any other projects you want me to talk about, I will chat in the comments. go to my TikTok. It's the same username, Geeko. Also, I have a TikTok, Echoes. I have my YouTube channel, Echoes. Go check those out. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and send a Doctor Strange Folding Spell or Werewolf by Night Slash or Moon Knight Dart into the notification bell to see more videos just like this in the future. But yeah, genuinely, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. And if you cannot have a fantastic day today, have a fantastic day tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, nerds!